Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and I decided to do the best 18 of 2018 when it came to candles that I either burned or I froze and chunked up. And for those of you who are wondering what I mean by chunking up, I have playlists on my channel that show you what I do, especially with my Bath & Body Works candles, how I freeze them, chop them up, and what bags I use to store them and so on, and where I get those from. And so far, you guys, I've had such success with anything that I have chunked up from Bath & Body Works thus far, with strength. It doesn't matter what the age is of the candle itself. It's been fantastic. So, but before we go any further, I was like, I know I'm rocking a goldish eye. I'm actually wearing Amber Rush from L'Oreal, but I'm like, I haven't worn a purple lip in so long, and I need to do that. Like, I need to do that. So I have Bite Beauty's 2016, I know, a little old, Movember, which was their charitable lipstick that has the mustache right there. And that was from Bite Beauty. And on top I have Buxom's Purple Haze. So I just wanted to do something different because you guys haven't seen me with purple lip, and I haven't really worn a purple lip in forever. So as I've mentioned, some of these won't have labels on them that I'm going to show you, but because I chopped them, I froze them and chopped them up and put them, you know, I've still got some of it left in my candles / wax storage collection that I like to bring out every so often. So most of those that I did chunk up, like I mentioned, are Bath & Body Works candles. These are the top 18 scents that I've either burned or melted through 2018. These are not the newest scents. The last year and a half, I am not about being the first one, never actually have been about being the first one to get stuff. I get them when I go. I have really felt so much better about my collection, about my attitude towards candles and whole fragrance. It does not mean that I fell out of love with it. Absolutely not. Clearly not. My channel is like 95% like home fragrance. So really what I'm trying to say here is that I've been really consciously aware of what I have, trying not to buy too many of one thing unless it's a favorite of mine, and then for that it's like a 2 or maybe 3 is a cap for how many I have. And if it's a favorite of mine, I like to chunk one up to see how it does and melts, and so far that's been really working well. And I apologize if you can hear the people upstairs. It's really loud. I'm sorry, they're leaving in a month. I can't wait. Anyway, so that's what I'm trying to say is I did not fall out of love with home fragrance and the candles. I burned a lot of candles this year, as you will see. But again, I will point out, obviously the ones without labels, I peeled the label off to stick on the bag that I likely put in the freezer to melt. Some of these are in boxes for friends of mine that I chunked up because they were candle scents I don't like, and we'll get to that as well. And this is in no particular order. I'm literally just gonna pull them, show them to you. They all made my top 18 for a reason, most of it's because I love the scent. I love the throw, and the burn was, for the most part, most of the burns were good. Some of them got a little bit worse for wear towards the end, but you will see that. So I'm just gonna dive right into it, and the majority of them are Bath & Body Works. This one, as you can see, no label, has this lid. This one was a banana split milkshake. I had 0 success as a candle form burning this, but let me tell you, melting this sucker down was the best thing I ever did. You guys, this smells so good. And for those of you who love your banana as you're warming it up or as you're chopping it up, this smells amazing in your home. That's not even putting on a warmer. So, but once you put on the warmer, the throw is absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward, I'm more of a seasonal melter, so I am looking forward to melting a lot of this coming summer. So this, again, that was the banana split milkshake that came out in 2018. So that is a newer one. This one, strength is like 12 out of 10. It's like to infinity and beyond. This was sweet cherry pie, and they did bring this one back. This is my original one that I have had for a couple years, and I brought it out to burn, and I believe it did come back out. I want to say I saw a lot of people burning this one on their Instagram and all that stuff. I want to say late spring. So it wasn't, maybe it was SAS. I'm not even sure, from the summer, but this is a great scent. This is so strong. You have to love cherry, but it's the proper cherry, not the almond smelling cherry, pistachio at all. This is definitely a sweet cherry pie, and it's fantastic. And that's why, I mean, the burn was very, very good all the way to the bottom. The wicks are still quite long, which it's been a while since I burned. Coming to memory, that would indicate to me that it burned very, very well all the way through. And I can hear my cat outside. All right, so the next one should not be a surprise to any of you. This is Endless Weekend from Bath & Body Works. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is an older packaging. I have this in like 2 or 3 different types of packaging. I also went through a smaller version of this as well in 2018. This was this didn't have a lid to begin with, I don't think. Anyway, this is one of my favorite scents. It brings me back to Maui. I love Maui. There was a little bit of sitting towards the back, but really, truly not too bad, you guys. Burned all the way to the bottom as far as Bath & Body Works does burn, basically. This is probably made my top, like my top candles of whatever year for the last 5-6 years, because this is so good. And they do bring it back, little less so. I really wish, and I've mentioned this before, I wish that Bath & Body Works would slow their roll. I understand that people love Pink Petal Tea Cake, but you are going to get people, and I know everyone's like, oh no, I'm not going to get sick of it. Yeah, people are going to get sick of that scent so much when, yes, it is definitely a scent that we, like the people who love your product have been asking for it to come back. But when you do bring it back, and you bring it back in like 4 different collections and 4 different packages in less than 9 months, people are going to get sick of it real quick. What I would love to see Bath & Body Works do is just bring out per season 1 scent that we haven't seen in, say, like 2-3 years. That's it. Just look, 1 feature scent, and then and don't repackage it 5 times in the course of a few months. I do see people hoarding it, and that's great, and that's fine, and not taking away from that. Just saying, in my opinion, I really believe people are going to get sick of that scent, and you're going to see a lot of that on Mercari or, for sale probably in the next 6 to 7 months, because you're going to be like, I have 20 of these, I don't need 20, and it's still, they're going to be repackaged, and you're not going to feel like it's special anymore. And I think that's just it. I fear that what Bath & Body Works is doing right now is making their hard to get, beloved fragrances not special anymore when you start producing it, mass producing it like you are in so many collections. But that is my own opinion. So I know I'm not the only one out there, because I have expressed that in other people's channels and, just here and there. And a lot of people have felt the same way. And that's fine. To each his own, right? All right, another brand new one for me in 2018, which I loved. And if I have not been to SAS yet, I've been trying to be good, as I've clearly stated. This is White Barn's The Perfect Autumn. So amazing, you guys. Fantastic candle. I can't speak highly of this. This was so lovely. It's a little bit of a, like, I can smell like the dirtiness in the bottom right now. But I remember this was one of my favorite scents, and I absolutely love it. So that's the scent here. Just so good. Great to see something new, at least new to me. I've been into Bath & Body Works for 9 years, 8-9 years now. So this, to me and my nose and what I have purchased in the past, this was new to me, and I absolutely appreciated it. Love the color of the jar as well. The look of the candle when it burnt was beautiful. Next up, oh, this is one of my oldest candles that survived my candle, disaster, and that's Tahiti Passion Flower. Oh man, what a beautiful scent. Another scent that I'm like, oh my God, it takes me back to like Maui. And I'm not big on floral scents, as most of you guys know, but there are some florals I can do, like white flowers, gardenias, things like that. And this is most certainly right on that list. Tahiti Passion Flower. Such a beautiful, feminine, delicate, fresh scent that I would really love to see this come back in the summer of 2019, but I have no idea. I have no ins and I have no extra information to share with you. And this one, the label has been taken off, like the initial wrapped label. And this is one of the ones I've been burning, or melting, sorry. This is Pure White Cotton. This was in the White Barn collection, Pure White Cotton. I'm froze this. See, look how clean this is. And then you can freeze it, chop it, and reuse these jars, and they're clean as a whistle. This is the pure white cotton. I have been melting the heck out of this in my bathrooms probably for the last 5 months. And have seen it in the wax melts in a bag. Like I said, it's in a L3 Waxy Wonders bag. And I have always mentioned that I've been melting it, I've been using it, because 14.5 ounces of candle, folks, when you chop this sucker up, it goes a long way. So again, and some other scents, you know, some scents like basic scents like Mary Cookie, things like that. That's technically I melted in the new year, partially into the new year. So that's why I didn't make this one. But things like Mary Cookie, it can be blended. When you've chopped it up, you can blend it with so many amazing things, or lighten a strong fragrance that you're like, I could just want a little more bakery, or put fresh cotton in with like Tahiti passion flower. Maybe it's too much floral for you. The possibilities are endless, and you become your own wax melt creator, and that's fabulous, especially when you can find like a pucker like combination. All right. Another tried, tested, true, love it, Marshmallow Fireside. This was amazing as always. Again, this is an older packaging, and this is like the lid there, the older packaging. I think it's probably, this one's 2 years old. Today, tomorrow, and forever. I love Marshmallow Fireside. It's very, just perfectly masculine, feminine, seductive, sweet, smoky. It's perfect. I honestly think for fall, between cranberry pumpkin and this one would be my two like top fall scents from Bath & Body Works. Even like, again, this just shows you that they repackaged. Marshmallow Fireside used to only be out for fall, and then they repackaged it again for winter. So this was actually in a winter collection a couple years ago. So that's what they do. They find out what's popular, and then they package the crap out of it, and they repackage the crap out of it. But I will say Marshmallow Fireside, 'tis the season, like leaves in autumn, like those types tend to come out every year. Cider Lane here in Canada, we did not get last year, but there was Cider Lane this year, so go figure. Actually, this one here, now this made Throwback Thursday in 2018, but this is one I burnt in Throwback Thursday 2019. Sorry, 2019. Sorry, I just did the other day. But this particular candle was burned in 2018, the very beginning of 2018. And this is, I've talked about this before. Again, like I say, a playlist, Throwback Thursday and or Bath & Body Works. You will have seen lots of the Peace Iced Vanilla Woods from Bath & Body Works. Sexy man scent. I'm not a mahogany teakwood fan, so it's not like that, but it's very similar to that. Less mahogany-like. And when the flames burn down, this is like a metallic even on the inside, it's metallic, you see right there. And when the flames burn down, you can see the three flames inside just dancing around, and it's gorgeous candle to look at, smell, and it's, again, a nice unisex scent. So that's Peace Iced Vanilla Woods, great scent. They haven't brought it back in a while. I have one more left in my backup. Another staple, I have to have this in my collection, and I have to burn it every year. That's coconut leaves. There's not much more I can say about this. Like, here I am filming, this is the last few days of having my tree up, but here I am filming coconut leaves, one of my favorite scents for the summer, in front of my Christmas tree. But it's true, it's a fantastic scent. You guys have been around my channel long enough, you guys know. Those of you who are new, I just love this. It's so good. Hence why I made this. Oh, it smells good. It's rare that a candle smells good all the way to the bottom from Bath & Body Works. Let me also add that. And this smells just the way it did when I first got it. Oh, so good. Oh, so, so good. I would pick this up. I think I'm only down to one now. I would probably pick another one up this summer, regardless if I've gone through the other one or not. Even two, because I love it. It is a scent I have repurchased over and over again. Another one here, the label has been taken off. This is an old school lid, but the scent is in autumn. And this is probably one of my hands down favorite scents for the fall or autumn. And I just love it. I chunked this up, as I mentioned before. All of this has been chunked up, melted. I've used it before. Look how clean. There's a little bit of sticky bits on the bottom, but that can be taken out with some alcohol if you ever wanted to reuse this. But just a fabulous scent. To me, autumn, there's either team autumn, it's like team Edward or Team Jacob. It's either autumn or it's leaves. I'm not a leaves fan because I think to me it's slightly like rotting apples, but that's just my opinion. I'm definitely an autumn fan. There's just a beautiful balance of like mint and apple, and you're walking outside and it's beautiful, and I don't know what else to say. I'm just gonna stop saying it now. All right, so then we have a white gardenia. This one here, again, like I mentioned before, not a big fan of florals, but and this one did not originally have a lid either, so I just put one on. This one was fantastic. Smells great still to the very bottom. White flowers, even though I know it says white gardenia, but it's this is a beautiful candle that just happens to be white flower that I absolutely adore. No shade or hate on any other colored flowers, but it just seems to be like the white flowers, the gardenias, I really enjoy the scent of. They're less perfumey. On roses, I'm not huge into rose, but depends on the rose. It's kind of like lavender. It kind of depends on the lavender, whether I like it or not. Another one where the label is off, and that would be pink pineapple. This was another new to me fragrance from Bath & Body Works. Very much appreciated for the newness. This was fantastic. Chopped it down, or froze it, chopped it, put into a bag, have been bringing it out. You will see this a lot come probably late spring and all of summer. Fantastic scent. I hope they bring that back, and it's so good melted as well. All right, just a couple more Bath & Body Works candles, and I bought a couple other candles from other vendors. Now, this one has a bit of a story. What I'm about to show you, it was my favorite of the whole line that this came out with. Now, as you will see, this candle's only, it's got a third of a candle left because it was a crappy burn towards the end. But the first bit of it was fabulous. And I am going to chunk mine up. I'm going to chop the other one I have up, and I'm going to melt it. I haven't done that yet, but I will. And that is Italy. And Italy is the cannoli and chocolate. Oh, ho, 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 mwah. Magnifique. Oh, this is so good. Like I said, this first little bit was fantastic. The burn was great, and then it just went like poop towards the end. And that's typically what happens at about the 50% mark for me. About Bath & Body Works, about here down is where it gets all, you know, gross. And you can see, again, not necessarily, but I'll tell you right now, it smelled like kerosene. This stunk so much towards the end, but you can see even there, it got really gross. But that's a white candle for you. I'm waving at my cat who's staring at me outside. It's fine. I'll get you in a moment. Anyway, love this candle. Did not like the burn, but I learned my lesson, and I'm going to chop the other one I have up to little bits and be able to use it for the rest of the year. Ooh, sexy mama. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I would highly recommend this if you find it at your SAS, if you love sexy bedroom scents that aren't too like perfumey and they're not too like blah in your face. Fabulous Marshmallow Musk. This has to be the sexiest candle I've burnt this year. And I went through everything, and I'm going to say it really truly was. I absolutely love this one. It got a little bit yucky towards the bottom, and I stopped burning it because I didn't want to wreck the mental, not image, but I didn't want to wreck my thoughts on how I knew this was. So if I find this again, I would likely buy 2 of these, and I would probably chop them up. It is that good, you guys. I love it. It's not too like perfumey. It's like a musky marshmallow, just like it says. It's just sweet and sexy at the same time. So, ooh, if they put a little fig in there, oh my God. Fig, marshmallow, and musk. Penny dropper, just saying. Anyway, okay, my last Bath & Body Works candle, and one I absolutely love, and this is a very close number 2 for my favorite summer candle that I burnt all summer. And I love this, and I would love for this exact scent to be found in body care because I love this so much, but I find that the body care is normally a little bit different from the actual candle, except for Champagne Toast was so good. And that is the Avocado Coconut. This was in the squat version, or like, you know, whatever you want to call it, low profile, but it's compared to a regular, it's still 14.5 ounces, But this one here, it burnt like it burnt like a dream until I remember the last one. This one, the wick kind of went to the edge and it was almost done anyway. It's pretty much for a Bath & Body Works candle done. I would get 3 of these, and because it burned so well, I would likely burn one and then chop one up put it into a bag, and the other one just stash away for a rainy day. That's how much I love this. So that also made the top 18. All right, so not getting into any talk about the company or the issues or anything. What I'm going to do is say thank you very much to Ramona for sending me these. This is very extravagant that she sent me these because it came in a pack of 2 and she shipped it from the States, and the weight of these 2 together were insane. But out of the 2, I had my favorite of the 2, and that was Homeworks Lavender Vanilla. So I feel personally it's hard for me to get that in there for you. That this Lavender Vanilla from Homeworks was better, and I did post that review, than Bath & Body Works Lavender Vanilla. I feel this is a little creamier, a little sweeter, not too sweet, but a little creamier, a little sweeter, maybe a little more marshmallow or vanilla in it, versus the Bath & Body Works, which is definitely more of an herbal lavender. I have a review for the 2 on my channel. The nice thing too is you can repurpose this jar, and it's a beautiful jar, and I might just do that. So, and then like the lid's got a really cool inside. Anyway, overall, I've only burned 2 Homeworks candles, and that's only thanks to Ramona. I really do appreciate that. Out of the 2, this was my favorite. This was the 3-wick version, not the 4-wick, which again, we won't get into, but there has been some chit chat amongst the 4 wicks and how most people really hope they go back to 3. So I can only vouch for the 3-wick. I had a perfect burn. It burnt right to the end. Yeah, I didn't pull out towards the end there, but we're talking like minor, and it burned almost all of it. So I can only vouch for this particular one that I burnt, and I love it. Okay, remember when I was talking in the beginning where I was like, yeah, there'll be some candles that look like they didn't have a good burn, but I really enjoy the scent. This is one of them. This is Anke Candle's Crackling Cherry Gin Fizz. So they don't make their Radiance candles anymore, Pure Radiance, I don't think anymore. I got this a long time ago for $12.99 at HomeSense. And look at the sootage. Look at the sootage. I'm not going to, but I could probably spell my name throughout the whole thing. But this was such, oh my God, it still smells good. Tartness of the cherry, cold, it smells cold, like their cold ginger ale and cherry. I don't necessarily smell gin, but cold ginger ale, cherry, yumminess. Again, it was a scent that I'd never tried before. If I find this again in one of my yours would be TJ Maxx, Marshall's, Home Goods. For me, it'd be Winners or HomeSense. If I found this at either Winners or HomeSense, I would absolutely snag this up. But its shape might make it a little bit more difficult to freeze. Rather, I might have to melt and pour out into molds because it's kind of bulges out here and becomes thinner. Whereas Bath & Body Works are very easy. They just pop right out. So I don't think I'd be able to, on this shape anyway, be able to freeze it like I have for the Bath & Body Works candles. All right, which leads me to the last one. Again, a different company, not Bath & Body Works. And this is thanks to my friends Heather and her family, the Smiths. And this surprised me. And again, this is in no particular order. This is not like my top favorite. I don't have a top favorite. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to insult any of my candles. I'm so sensitive. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I held on to this candle for quite some time. I was worried because I was like, oh, she gave this to me as a gift. It's really strong. It's super sweet and ooey gooey. And again, if you've been watching me and following me, whether it's candles or wax melts, you know I'm not super into ooey gooey smells. I like a little mixture, some bakery in there, you know, some tartness, and you know, whatever. Well, when I burnt this, it was selected as a Throwback Thursday, and when I burnt this, I went, oh, I like you. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. I quite enjoyed it, so much so that I'm like, maybe when I go down to the States, I can see if this candle is sold in Texas, because I'm down in Texas in April, which it always says in my description bar. And we'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in the new year, or you know, in the next couple months. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I got and received a Candleberry Candle Company's Jim Beam Maple. So good, you guys, like so good. I blew my socks off. Again, totally did not think I was gonna like this because of this, how strong it was in ooey gooiness, but there was like a real nice smooth caramel. It was a smooth craft caramel that didn't overpower it, not too much cinnamon, all that fun stuff. But the wick did shift right over towards the very end, so that's why I stopped burning it. But otherwise it did really well. And yes, I got a little sooty, but again, the way this is shaped is it goes in and then further down you burn, and obviously the wick did end up over to the side. But yeah, when you taper in the jars, it does tend to soot a little bit more. So other than that, the sooting was pretty good. It was really good. And this is a lot of candle, and I don't know how much this is, but this is a lot of candle. Don't even know what the size, it doesn't even tell me. I'd probably have to peel back. It doesn't say anywhere in the front, but it's like bigger than a 14.5 ounce Bath & Body Works candle. I'd say it's almost a 18 to 20 ounce candle. So there you guys are. That is everything that I had to share with you with my top favorite candles from Bath & Body Works that I either burned or chopped up to melt. Bath & Body Works, Anke Candle, Candleberry, and I don't want to say Harry Slackin, but that's the person behind it. Homeworks. So the Homeworks, Anke Candle, Candleberry, and Bath & Body Works were my top ones. I did have, oh, I don't have it here. I really enjoyed a couple of my root candles too. There was pineapple papaya was really good, but one of my favorites was from the year before, and that was like sparkling champagne. That was really good. So there you guys have it. That is everything. Okay. All right. Well, I hope this was great for you to watch. I had fun doing this. I quite literally went through my entire collection. I save my candles, my empties, all year round and do this big wind up, and then you're going to see another video where I'm going to show, just pull and show all the ones that I have melted or burned and or melted through 2018 soon. So this one will probably come up first. So anyway, as always, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye guys.